First I want to say that was a excellent video that you made, but I actually did some thinking on my own about it, and I tend to see the progression to be one of logical relationships between the dimensions. So if you have the existence of a point, you know you're at least the 0th dimension is true. And for you to say that there is another point, if you have 2 points in existence, then you can say that the first dimension is true because it's a relationship between those 2 points. To say that they both exist, you would imply that there's a relationship. Then you're thinking about a first dimensional concept. So if you have two lines, you would essentially have an implied relationship between the two lines, and that would be a plane. And if you have another plane and you were to relate the two planes together, then you would have an object. You would have a three-dimensional object, or a three-dimensional space being implied. And so where do you go from there? Well, this is where I tend to think that the fourth dimension is time, because if you have, it would require another object to be in existence for there to be a relationship between the two objects, and it is this relationship which is time. Just think about the relationship changing, specifically perhaps the objects moving in three-dimensional space. Then you would have time, essentially, because now you have a change. In fact, if you only had one object floating in space, you would not know if it were moving. It would require the existence of another object sort of in relationship to it, moving, that you would say, oh, it's moving. In fact, if whichever one you were moving along with would appear still, and the one that was not moving with you, you would say was moving. Likewise, if you were to, okay, relativity. Anyway, that would make sense to me as the fourth dimension. Then, I like how you gave the explanation about the sphere and how it appeared to have been a circle. But the truth is, it is through the use of the fourth dimension, the use of time, that we're capable of knowing what its three-dimensional aspects are, right? Because we can move around the sphere to see the backside, to see what it is shaped like three-dimensionally, what its cubic properties are. So I haven't thought about this yet, but so if time is the fourth dimension, or evidence of the fourth dimension, then the fifth dimension would be a relationship between times, and I don't know, that's too far ahead for me. Alright, see you.